Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping right into a brand that really promises that cozy small town charm. Lily and Grace Saratoga.
Yeah, that's the one. Sweaters, boots, accessories, very much that, sweet boutique vibe.
Exactly. So our mission today, cut through that marketing. Is this charming little setup actually legit, or is it, well, a scam?
And that's what we do, right? Help you shop smarter. We take what a brand says it is, their story,
Uh-huh.
and we hold it up against the digital evidence, what's really going on. And with Lily and Grace, our research pretty quickly found some, let's say, serious contradictions, things that should make you pause.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Where should we start? Maybe with their biggest claim, their history.
Yeah, let's do that.
They state pretty clear that they've been running this boutique for 10 years, a whole decade. Sounds established, trustworthy.
That 10-year mark, it's meant to signal stability, right? Quality. But when we actually checked the domain registration,
What did you find?
the website, it was registered extremely recently, like not even a full month ago.
Wow, okay. But hang on, couldn't a real small business just have launched a new website? Maybe they had a physical store for 10 years.
They absolutely could have, theoretically. But here's the thing. There's zero proof anywhere of a physical location for that long.
Ah, okay.
So when their entire presence seems to be online, this huge gap between 10 years established and 1-month-old website, that's a major warning sign.
Right. It immediately makes that history claim feel shaky.
Exactly. It suggests they don't really have those established digital roots you'd expect, which, is key for online trust.
Okay, so the foundation, their history, is questionable. What about how they present themselves now? The products?
Well, the product photos, they look good. They really do. Seem high quality.
I sense a but coming.
Yeah, there's a but. We did reverse image searches on those lovely product photos.
Were they unique?
Nope, not at all. They popped up on multiple other sites, all over the web, really.
So, reused photos?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe drop shipping.
It strongly suggests they don't have their own unique inventory. Yeah. And this sort of manufactured charm, it goes deeper.
How so?
Well, the site has this whole heartwarming story, right? About a mother-daughter duo, Lily and Grace. There's even a photo.
Let me guess.
Our analysis strongly indicates that photo is AI generated.
Wow. Okay. So the actual people behind this cozy story might not be real people.
It seems that way. The human element they're selling so hard appears, well, entirely manufactured.
Which is a shame, like you said. That mother-daughter angle, it builds connection, trust.
Precisely. It tells us they put effort into crafting a compelling story, but maybe avoided presenting, verifiable truth.
Okay, so if the history is iffy and the founders seem artificial,
Yeah.
what happens if you, the customer, have a real problem? Like, you need support.
Good question. We checked their customer support options.
And what's available?
Just one single email address, that's it.
No phone number, no live chat.
Nothing. No easy way to get hold of a real person quickly if something goes wrong.
That feels thin, especially for an online store.
It does. And this very limited contact info, it ties into the bigger picture of credibility, or the lack thereof.
How do you mean?
The site itself, it's covered in glowing reviews, 5 stars everywhere.
Okay. Sounds good.
On the surface, yes.
Yeah.
But we looked externally. Major review platforms like Trustpilot, even just chatter on places like Reddit.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Silence. Zero corresponding reviews or mentions anywhere else.
So tons of praise on their site, but crickets everywhere else.
Exactly. Why the total absence of any third-party validation is suspicious. This whole pattern, the brand new domain claiming long history, the AI founders, limited contact, no external proof.
It sounds like a classic setup.
It really does. It fits the template for a kind of
Yeah.
quickly built, possibly high turnover operation, maybe drop shipping, designed to look good up front but minimize their own risk, maybe even disappear fast.
Okay, so let's pull this all together for someone thinking of buying that cozy sweater.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line?
We've got a brand claiming a decade of history on a site that's barely a month old.
Check.
Founders who appear to be AI creations, not real people.
Check.
Product photos used elsewhere, suggesting maybe not their own stock. Limited contact. And crucially, zero external proof. No reviews, no buzz that real customers are actually getting real items.
Doesn't sound great when you list it like that.
No.
Yeah.
So based on this pattern, really, of what looks like deception and a serious lack of transparency, the smart move, the safe move,
Is probably to skip it.
yeah, pass on this one, at least for now. Wait for way more transparency. Wait for genuine, verifiable customer feedback to show up somewhere other than their own site. Your time and money are likely better spent elsewhere.
That seems like very solid advice. Okay, so here's something to think about until our next deep dive. Beyond just checking how old a website is, what other little details, like maybe checking for multiple ways to contact support, could you add to your personal online shopping safety checklist before you hit add to cart? Something to chew on.